We are not defined by our bad days. We are defined by how we come back from our bad days. That from the mouth of Representative Adam Kinzinger. Eloquent, and it's the truth. I hope you saw the proceedings this morning. And I hope those of you who say you're for law and order were nauseated by what you saw. I hope that those of you who say you back the blue realize that nobody ever needed backing or deserved backing more than our Capitol Police Force. And instead, they were almost killed while trying to protect the lives of our elected officials. And the good news is they were ultimately successful. Do you not see the hypocrisy here? Because if you don't see it, it's only because you don't want to see it. Are you going to believe your eyes? Or are you going to believe the people who tell you that it was a peaceful protest and those weren't domestic terrorists? They were just tourists. Are you going to believe them or your own lying eyes? Oh, well, they weren't armed. These are the same people who say guns don't kill people. People kill people. You don't need a gun to be armed. You can do it with other stuff. Like a flagpole, like the American flag, like furniture. As usual, talking out of both sides of your mouth. Let's call this what it clearly was. And this is not a matter of opinion. You can see it, you can hear it. It was a planned, coordinated, armed insurrection at the nation's capital with the avowed intent of overthrowing the duly elected and legal government of the United States. It was an attempted coup. It was nothing less than that. There are all kinds of ironies here. I remember the afternoon of January 6th. I was pretty well immersed in it as a news director. I will tell you that of everybody who spoke up on the afternoon of January 6th, the most eloquent person who opened his mouth was Kevin McCarthy. He was dead on. As a matter of fact, there were moments when he was magnificent and he told the truth. And then just to prove it was no fluke, he came back before Congress exactly 1 week later and was equally eloquent. Where did that guy go? And for what? And at what price his soul? One of the 4 officers today at the hearing said that he was a little bit disturbed that Congressman Kinzinger and Cheney were being described as heroic. And then he went on to say, don't get me wrong. Unfortunately, in today's climate and bizarre universe, they did act heroically. But how sad, how tragic is it that simply telling the truth and verifying what you saw with your own eyes and refusing to lie and to be a purely partisan hack is now regarded as heroic. Unbelievable. We have people who have tried to create the Twilight Zone. They've tried to create a parallel universe in which facts and observable truths don't matter. And the tragic part is that they've found an audience of about 40% of the American public. We're done with this. We're done with lies, and we're done with people saying they don't need evidence. Let's go through the litany here. The election was stolen. Trump won the election. May we see your evidence? Oh, come on, man. Everybody knows that. I'm not making this up. That is the most frequent and common response. Oh, man, come on. That wasn't an armed insurrection at the Capitol. Well, may I see your evidence that contradicts this video? Oh, come on, man. Everybody knows that. The virus is a hoax. Where's your... Oh, come on, man. Everybody knows that. Vaccines are dangerous. Oh, shit, man. Anybody ought to be able to see. The point is there's a pattern there. They never, ever introduce any evidence to support anything. And then they advance the ridiculous argument that their half-baked, fabricated, completely fantastical opinion is somehow the equal of or a rebuttal to observable fact. We're done with this stuff. We're done with it. It is time to return to a reality-based civilization. And it is time to rediscover our real American values. That was not an act of patriotism on January 6th. Those were not patriots. Those were traitors. And it was an act of treason. There was nothing patriotic about that. That was a planned, coordinated, incited effort to have an armed insurrection at our nation's capital with the avowed intent of overthrowing the American government. Those are facts, and you can't rebut that by simply telling me, come on, man!